What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com.
Here are my DFS picks for NFL Week 13. Top DFS picks.
These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button
And hit that bell icon
so you don't miss our new videos.
In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for this week's NFL slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, NFL Week 13. Let's take a look at the quarterback position. So my top DFS pick at the quarterback position is Justin Herbert from the LA Chargers, playing the Las Vegas Raiders, who have the third worst defense overall. They give up the second most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. Justin Herbert has averaged 19 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 3.3 rush attempts per game. He's going to be about 9% owned, projected at 20.9 fantasy points here in Week 13. He's $7,200 DraftKings salary, $900 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 50.5 points scored in this game, with the Chargers favored by 2. Justin Herbert has scored 29, 21, and 13 fantasy points in the last 3 games. He got 4, 5, and 5 rush attempts in those games. So this is a fantastic matchup in what should be a high-scoring game and a close competitive game. So I like Justin Herbert here versus the Las Vegas Raiders.
Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching.
If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal,
all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won.
And we'll send you $25 PayPal.
So it's that easy,
and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video.
So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you.
Okay, let's take a look at the running back position. My top DFS pick at the running back position is Nick Chubb from the Cleveland Browns, playing the Houston Texans, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, but they give up the absolute most fantasy points to opposing running backs. Nick Chubb has averaged 20.7 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 18.2 rush attempts per game and 2.1 pass targets per game. Only going to be about 7% owned, projected at 17.3 fantasy points here in Week 13. He's $8,000 DraftKings salary, $1,600 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 47 points scored in this game, with the Browns favored by 7. Now, Nick Chubb has scored 23, 10, and 16 fantasy points in the last 3 games, off of 26, 14, and 11 rush attempts on top of 1, 3, and 4 pass targets. So I like to see that he got 27 touches last week. Now he's got a fantastic matchup here, and I do think the Browns are going to take the lead over the Texans, and Nick Chubb is going to get plenty of volume. So I like Nick Chubb here versus the Houston Texans. Real quick guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all the tools for NFL. NBA is right around the corner. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, let's take a look at the wide receiver position. My top DFS pick at the wide receiver position is Keenan Allen from the LA Chargers, playing the Las Vegas Raiders, who have the third worst defense overall. They're middle of the pack defending opposing wide receivers. Keenan Allen has averaged 10.8 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 5.3 pass targets per game. He's going to be about 15% owned, projected at 14.4 fantasy points here in week 13. He's $6,500 DraftKings salary, $1,200 more on FanDuel. We know Vegas thinks there's going to be 50.5 points scored in this game, with the Chargers favored by 2. Keenan Allen has scored 16 and 13 fantasy points in the last 2 games off of 7 and 8 pass targets. So I like Keenan Allen here versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Okay, moving on to the tight end position. My top DFS pick at the tight end position is Hayden Hurst from the Cincinnati Bengals, playing the Kansas City Chiefs, who have the 9th worst defense overall. They're middle of the pack defending opposing tight ends. Hayden Hurst has averaged 8.8 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 5.5 pass targets per game. He's going to be about 8% owned, projected at 8.5 fantasy points here in week 13. Only $3,500 DraftKings salary, $1,800 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 52.5 points scored in this game, with the Bengals trailing by 2.5. Hayden Hurst has scored 12, 5, and 9 fantasy points in the last 3 games, off of 9, 3, and 5 pass targets. So I like Hayden Hurst here versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NFL slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.